citizens will be asked to identify themselves. Because the Board of Education is limited by the Freedom of Information Act to discussing only matters on the agenda, the Board of Education is not permitted to engage in a discussion of the comments presented. Thank you, Dieter. Go ahead.
Okay, I have basically only one question, and I think you have met available. He can answer this question. My question is here tonight: is the regional board, is the regional school district number 8 Board of Education qualified or authorized to get involved in a scope of project as you have in your resolution? This was question number 1. The reason I'm asking is it because it is way out of scope of what the board should do with maintenance and upkeep of school building and ground? Number 2, this this sports field which you like to build is for after school activities basically only. For all school activities which you be required and mandated by the state for the physical education, you have plenty fields which are to conform to the state regulations and to the health code from the state, as there is no need for the physical education to build a new field. My question again is the board authorized to do such big project for after school activities? Because there is no state mandates or government mandates that the taxpayer at large have to pay for after school activities. Only so soon you get involved in activities, then you have to comply to a lot of regulations and etc. But again, my question is the board authorized to get involved in such big project? This is my basic question for tonight. The rest of it I will have for you during the public presentation. The next thing is what I missing is, so far, you make a decision tonight for $3.5 million, which are actually for the taxpayer $4.5 million. And so is nothing out to the public at this point what is involved in this project. At least I didn't see anything which was published this year to put out to the public what you have in mind for this project. Again, Kathleen, thank you for letting me speak, and thank you. Okay, one more comment I like to make, and this is to Joe. In the last 12 years, Joe did a lot of effort and a lot of time in our fields, and he did a great job to get the fields going how we have the fields today. As there should be publicly a big thank you to Joe, the effort which he did and to get our fields going how they are in the shape they are today. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Dieter.
I was muted. Thank you, Dieter, for those words. I appreciate that.
Any other public comments? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move to agenda number 4, which is the resolution. Scott, I'm just going to read it, and then I'll be asking for a motion. This is a resolution to call a district meeting for the purpose of holding a public hearing on a proposal to appropriate $3,560,000. Did I read that correctly? Million. $350 $560 million. That's why I'm not allowed to charge the credit card. For the installation of a new turf field, track, and lighting at RHAM High School, and to authorize the issuance of bonds, notes, or temporary notes in an amount not to exceed $3,560,000 to finance the appropriation. I need a motion for this to be resolved. Would anybody like to make a motion?
I make the motion for this to be resolved. Can we use your language, please, Kathleen?
Judy, Judy, if you have the agenda in front of you, if you could read the motion as it's written in the agenda.
Scott, do I need a second?
Well, I think we need the motion as written in the agenda read first.
How about if someone else does that and I'll second?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it right in front of me, Judy. I can make that motion.
Thank you.
Be it resolved that pursuant to section 10-47C and section 10-56 of the Connecticut General Statutes, the Regional School District Number 8 Board of Education hereby calls a district meeting to be held on Monday, August 23rd, 2021, for the purpose of holding a public hearing to present and receive public comment on a proposal to appropriate $3,560,000 for the installation of a new turf field, track, and lighting at RHAM High School, and to authorize the issuance of bonds, notes, or temporary notes in the amount not to exceed $3,560,000 to finance the appropriation.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Okay, I'm going to call a vote. Joe?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Motion passes. Scott, anything else for that motion? Are we all set with that one?
Nope, I think we're all set with that one. We can move to the next one, number 5.
Number 5. This is regarding a warning of a district meeting at 6 p.m. on Monday, August 23rd, 2021. Do I have a motion to further resolve the attached warning of the meeting as hereby approved?
This is Joe. I'll make the motion. Further resolve that the attached warning of district meeting is hereby approved. You want me to read the entire thing, Scott?
No, you don't need to read the entire thing, Joe, as long as you're referencing the warning that follows the motion.
Okay, I'll continue then. I'll start from the beginning. Motion further resolve that the attached warning of district meeting is hereby approved. Warning, district meeting, public hearing, Regional School District Number 8, Towns of Hebron, Andover, Marlborough, Monday, August 23rd, 2021.
Perfect.
Thank you, Joe. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Mary. Any discussion? No? Okay, I'll call a vote. Joe?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Motion passes. Scott, I think we're up to you in the schedule of public forums.
Yep. So I'm going to share my screen and want to just review the meetings that we have upcoming. And I think this answers one of the questions from earlier this evening in terms of what are we doing to notify the public. we have a newsletter which will be mailed home to every family within the district by the end of the week. We'll have a section of the RHAM website which will have additional detailed information on the project, the scope of the project, and what's included. In addition to that, on August 16th at 6:30 p.m., we have a virtual public information meeting. And then we have another public information meeting on August 19th at 6:30. Both of those are virtual meetings, and the information for those meetings is contained in the newsletters that will be going home, and it will also be notified in the River East. In addition, on August 9th, we have an invite to present to the Andover Board of Selectmen. On August 11th to the Marlborough Board of Finance, and August 17th to the Marlborough Board of Selectmen. On August 19th, we have an invitation to the Hebron Board of Selectmen. The Andover Board of Selectmen meeting is remote. The Hebron Board of Selectmen meeting is remote. And I think it's to be determined for Marlborough, but I believe that they have been holding their meetings in person. On August 23rd, we would have the district meeting to hold a public forum to consider the project. And that would then go to a regular Board of Ed meeting on that same evening to consider the motion to send the turf field question to November 2nd referendum. I think it's important to note that once we hit August 23rd, we enter what's called the quiet period, in which district funds can no longer be used to support publicly support the district. So we would need then a separate group, PAC, that is made up of residents of the town to kind of take over the mantle of supporting at that point. But we would stop any of these types of meetings. Hey, Dan Trudeau, could you mute? Thanks. So we would, so basically we have up through August 23rd to get the information out to the members of the public through the newsletter, through the website, and through the public meetings. So a lot of activity in August, and then the PAC will continue to answer questions and support the project beyond August 23rd through the November 2nd election referendum. So I know that some of you have volunteered to attend the Board of Selectmen or the Board of Finance meeting. I think we're covered for the Hebron August 19th Board of Selectmen meeting. I think we're covered for the Andover August 9th Board of Selectmen meeting. I think I just need a couple of people to confirm that they'd be willing to attend the two Marlborough.
Yeah, I plan to attend that, Scott, and hopefully
Perfect.
Mary Sue and Jean do as well, hopefully, and any of you. Would love all of you.
Great, and I'll be at those meetings as well. And prior to any of those meetings, we'll make sure that we share the newsletter and the slideshow that's to go along with that, so that everyone's up to speed on the information being presented.
Scott,
I'm also, Scott, oh, sorry. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Mary.
I was just going to say I can attend the Board of Finance Marlborough meeting, but I'm on vacation, unfortunately, that next week. So I plan to be at the August 11th meeting.
Great.
Scott, I think I sent you who's available at what time. If that changes for any of you, it would be great if you can attend. The other thing is I do really think it's important for our facilities subcommittee members who have done all of the hard work, underneath all of this to get us to this point, which is awesome, And I want to celebrate their efforts, but I think it's really important that they're there because they know the history and how we got there to support the fields as we go forward. Thank you to the facilities subcommittee. This is an incredible time for us to be board members and to do something for the town and for our school, for our children, for our community. Great job, you guys.
Kathleen, this is Joe. Do you want all of, can you put out a letter, or I guess on the dates, do you want everybody from the facilities committee to try to attend these meetings, divvy it up, or you want us to come as a complete group?
I can divvy it up based on your responses. And I can send that to all of you so you can see who's going to be at what time, and then you guys can decide based on your schedules if something comes up or if you can all be there. It's up to you. Mike, I think it's a good opportunity for you to, since you're new to the facilities subcommittee too, you might want to touch base with either Joe or Rob, who I know are planning to attend as much as they can to support the project, but it would be great for you to be there as well.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, so Joe, I'll send you all of that, or I'll send it to Scott, and then Scott could probably send it if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Just so I know the dates, because my schedule is constantly changing, but I just want to make sure that we do have coverage. If it's, I think it's Sue, Rob, Mike now, and myself. Is that it for facilities?
I believe you're correct.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
And
Yeah.
Scott, you said that you would send them all of the links to us in a calendar format, so it goes right on the calendar. Scott,
Correct.
it is so helpful that you do that. I beyond greatly appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I'll make sure that, the initial invitation may or may not include the actual link to the remote meetings for the towns, just because they may not have made them available yet. But so I'll update the links. So if when you see a calendar invite, and if it doesn't have a link, know that I'll be updating it as soon as we receive the links.
And I plan to go to, Kathleen, as many as I can, not to be a spokesman like facilities, but to really try to listen to what the public is saying, and hopefully the support that's out there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Judy. Scott, is that it? Do we have anything else to discuss? Or I don't know if Matt has anything we haven't done that we need to be sure that we do?
No, just a reminder that we'll have to have a special meeting after the district meeting on the 23rd to formally adopt the bond resolution, which will be a lot of more legalese type language that you just saw in the district warning. And I'll be there to answer any questions. And then also at that point, the referendum question will be set for the November 2nd election.
Great. Thank you, Matt. So Kathleen, that's all the business that we needed to take care of this evening.
Awesome. Scott, thanks for being so well prepared. That really does help with these meetings running so smoothly. At this time, any other public comment? Okay. Well, seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a
Motion to
motion to
adjourn.
adjourn. I second
Judy.
Rob.
And Rob. Okay, so Rob and Judy. Adjournment. I think that's it. Good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Great.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Okay. Thank you, Kathleen.